My name is David Seat, and we're going to do a startup of the Linotype Model 31 machine here at the Museum of Printing in Haverhill, Mass. First thing you want to do in the morning is clean the plunger on the machine. I usually lay my plunger out here at night so that it can cool down. Generally, I would take this outside to do that, but for this purpose, we're going to do it right here. You take your wire brush and you brush off the plunger. Make sure that all the dirt, tight metal, and everything is off of it. You take your well cleaning tool and you put it right down in the hole that the plunger came out of, and you turn it around. This cleans the well out that the plunger goes into. Do not set it on the floor or anything. It's going to be very hot when you do this. So just hang it somewhere so it can cool off. Then you want to take whatever device you have to clean the top of the metal off, because you have created dirt when you did this, and you want to get the dirt off the top of the tight metal. You want the tight metal to be shiny with no dirt specks on it, because when you put your plunger back in, you don't want to push the metal up into the throat of the pot, because then you'll be taking your mouthpiece off and cleaning that out, and that's not a fun job. You take your plunger, you put it back in at this point, you let it sit there for a minute or two or three, so that it can heat up to the same degrees as the metal is. If it's colder than the metal, it will stick in your well, so that you don't, it'll get stuck on you. So once you get it in there, you put it back in the well once it gets hot enough, and you reconnect the plunger, and that part is done. Now the plunger's clean and the pot's ready to go. You should open the mold disc. Then you want to disconnect your ejector lever in the back and pull what a lot of people call puppy dog tail down underneath the pin, and then you're ready to open the mold disc in the front. You can pull the mold disc out, and then what you want to clean is the mouthpiece down here with your wire brush. When cleaning the mouthpiece, you want to brush back and forth, and you want to always also brush up and down. There's vents in the mouthpiece between each hole. You need to make sure those are kept clean. Then you can wipe the mouthpiece off with your rag. Don't use a nylon rag, use a cotton rag or paper towel, or it will melt it, because this is about 530 degrees. Now they don't have a drill here, but at this point what I would do is take a hand drill and drill out each individual hole on the machine, so that you keep the dross out of them and keep them clean and ready to go. On the backs of your mold, you also want to clean. So you use your rag and you wipe around the back of the mold and on the mold hub to knock off any loose metal. Then you want to look at the back of the mold and make sure they're shiny and clean. Look at each individual mold that you have on your machine. These look pretty good. If they were not shiny, if they were dirty, what you would need to do is take some mold polish. Comes in a metal can. It's a mixture of graphite and wax or oil. And you take a wooden block, you put a little on it, and you rub the back of each one of the molds until they're shiny. Then you take your rag and you wipe that off. Then you can put this back into position. And just from experience, I know it goes right here. and you push it back in. You want to line up the dot on the mold wheel right here with the dot on this. That puts it back in time. When you're done with that, you pull your puppy dog tail up, put it back in the upper position and your pin under it. That's the running position. The down is where you can open your mold disc. You get your ejector lever and hook it back onto the arm. It's all connected. At this point, you want to inspect your jaws. On the front, you want to wipe your jaws off right here and on the sides. Metal buildup gets prevalent right here and right here. You want to make sure that those edges stay clean or it will cause hairlines on your mats. You also want to make sure this area stays clean or it won't lock up good against your mold. You also want to wipe off the front of your molds of any loose metal or anything. You also want to wipe the top of your spaceband bar off. Make sure there's nothing on it because that'll cause your spacebands to hang. Then you can actually close the machine up and you're ready to cast.